Hi everyone. So today we're on day 2 of our Austin's Butterfly Observational Drawing Unit, and you should have already practiced a few drawings on your own in your sketchbook of different butterflies last class. And today we're going to be working on 1 or 2 drafts with peer feedback in between to get better at our drawing. So we're going to be talking with each other to give advice and feedback to show how we can make our drawings closer to the picture of our butterfly that we have. So today we're only going to be focusing on the shape of our butterfly. We're not going to be looking at the inside patterns, just mainly the shape, the outline of your butterfly. So to begin, I'm going to look at the back of my butterfly. I'm going to see the letter that's on the back, and this one is B. And so I'm going to write that on my paper so I can keep track. So I'm going to say, this is my first draft, so I'm going to do a 1, and I'm going to write the letter B so I can remember which butterfly I was drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and try to draw the outline or the main shape of my butterfly, and then I'm going to be asking for some feedback from you based on what I draw to make it better for my draft 2. Okay, so first, maybe I'll start out with the body, and I can kind of trace it with my finger or just air trace it. I'm not actually pushing my pencil on the paper, but I'm kind of like going around the edge to kind of feel what that shape feels like when I draw it, and then I'll go to my paper to do that. And does it need to be perfect? Absolutely not. We are practicing progress over perfection. Okay, so now I can see this wing is going to be coming up like that at that angle, starting around this area right near the top of the head, and so I'll bring it up. Okay, then I'm just going to keep going with my first draft, only focusing on the outline. Am I drawing lots of little details and hairs and patterns right now? No, I am not. I am only making the main shape of my butterfly's wings. Okay, not bad. So now I have just the outline. I'm not going in to add a pattern today at all. If you were my partner right now, what kind of feedback would you give me in order for my next drawing to be closer to the picture of this butterfly? Remember, our feedback needs to be kind and specific. That means you're giving me detailed advice about the shape of the wings today. Go ahead and pause the video, and you guys can give feedback on this drawing here. Kind and specific feedback on how I can make the shape more like the shape in the photograph. Okay, and so after you've given feedback, you might have noticed a few things that I can correct for next drawing, for my next draft. You may say that this angle of the wing needs to come out a bit further. This one is a little bit lower than this wing, right? And in the photograph, they're both even. They both come up to the same spot at the same angle. So this one kind of short and comes down. So I know I need to make this angle a little bit longer, bring it down and around. Okay, you may have also noticed that the angle of the bottom wings goes out on a diagonal going out from the body. And in my drawing here, they're going almost down or even at the opposite diagonal from the body. So in my next draft, I'm going to be working on making this wing come up at an angle to meet the other wing to make it symmetrical. And I'm also going to be working on creating the wings on the bottom coming at a diagonal outward. Okay, so then after I've talked with my partner and I've received feedback and I've given feedback, I will start draft 2. So I'll turn my page in my sketchbook. I'm going to write 2 up here. And I'm still doing the same butterfly. I'm not trading butterflies with my partner. I'm not choosing a different butterfly. I'm practicing the same butterfly so I can use that advice and feedback from my partner to practice it again a second time. So I'm doing B, so I'm going to write the letter B right here. Okay, so this time I'm going to remember the feedback, and I'm going to do my drawing one more time. And I remember the feedback was to bring this wing up at an angle and make the other side match it a little bit more, bring it up and make it a little larger. So I'm going to do that over here. And that's okay. Look, I'm going over my number right there in the corner. That's fine. This is a place where we can practice. We're not looking for perfection. This is a safe space. Sketchbooks are awesome that way because you can really practice without feeling the pressure of a final masterpiece. This is all about practice. All right, and then this bottom wing. Now I remember for my feedback from my partner, I would need to go out at diagonal coming down that way. So I look right here and it starts about halfway and then it comes down and then has a few little zigzag almost lines. And then this piece comes out at this diagonal here. And remember, I'm only focusing on shape today. I'm not adding patterns in. And I'll try to match it about where this one is. Okay, so I notice a couple things here that I might want to erase, but I'm not doing a ton of erasing today. Okay, am I going to go in and add the patterns today? Nope, just keep it simple, just the shape. So if we go ahead and look again from draft 1 today, before I received feedback, and then draft 2, we can see here it's gotten a lot closer to the photograph. And that's what we want to practice, is trying to make it closer and closer to the photograph. All right. Remember, keep your feedback kind and specific. You're practicing 1 or 2 drafts and you're discussing with a partner or a small group in between each draft. And you're focusing only on shape. Okay, have fun.